What up, everybody? Be Sunday. Alright. Just out here screwing around. Ain't got a whole lot to do. Checklist and whatnot. Just kind of going through there. A bunch of stuff, really. There was a hole there. Made a patch. Went over the hole. Just kind of hide it. Looks like shit. I don't care. My brake hole will work. My header blocks this hole so that my fuel line can't come through like I originally planned. So I blocked it off. We're going along the frame rail now on the inside. And that's going to be my brake line coming through there, which wish I would have made that a little smaller, but hey, it is what it is. Did that like 5 years ago. This is what I've got. That's fuel. This is what fuel line is going to have to go through. Stacked together like that. Uglier than shit. Big, thick, stupid ass tube. I'm at to weld two 16-inchers together. These right here exactly 16 inches long. Then I got to split the difference on this here flywheel. Weld them to this side over here, driver's side, just showing you a frame rail. But weld that double barrel shotgun there to that frame rail. That way my fuel line can pass through it safely, I guess. Some awful thick shit. Gotta have 1/8 inch wall tubing. That's about as close as I can get. Give me some room. I want to run the fuel line through those tubes. And then to kind of keep the two from rubbing each other, I'm gonna put shrink wrap on the tube running through the on the fuel line running through the tube to protect it. And then I'm going to do a heat shield, which is really small. It's not real big, over the fuel line up to the pump, and then from the back side, like past the transmission. Try and keep all that transmission heat, exhaust heat, engine heat off of that fuel line coming up into the pump. And then I'm also thinking, because got all these benders for this stuff and flares and whatnot. But if you can imagine that fuel line coming up here and going straight into the pump, and then thinking hard line out of the pump to the fuel rail, and then hard line coming back. I don't know. It'd be nice and rigid. Wouldn't be moving around and all that crap. I don't know. Have to see how that goes. I may do hard line to the pump and then just standard fuel line, stainless braided or something. The black, I don't know yet. Black, something going to the carb and then back. I don't know how that's going to work yet, but that really isn't a problem that I need to worry about right now. I just really need to get that right there along that frame rail right there, where that second diamond's at, not this one but that one. I need to get 16 inches of tubing coming around there. So I don't know how that's going to work out yet, but we're going to figure that out too. Also, got to cut a hole here, right in here, and I got to grommet. But hole's got to go through that. And this side here, I'm just going to put a grommet on the back side. I'm just going to put the grommet back here, and this is just going to be a hole up here. And yeah, I'm rusting, boys and girls. I'm rusting. God damn it, I'm rusting. These folks need to get me my shit. That carburetor's taking a month, and that ain't good. So I probably still got another week or two. They're burning down though, so been working on this. It's going to be my throttle, or my friggin' gas pedal. And it's a work of art, believe that. But I mean, it's what it takes to make this car work in such small confines. This is all long. This I'm going to cut, and it's going to weld to the middle of the back side of this. And this I'm going to cut, and it's going to get welded into the middle there. Nice and straight. Pedal can in and out, you know. I get about 2 3/4 inch of travel, and that's not like pushed up against there. That's a nice relaxing kind of coming back, because the more forward I go, the more up and down movement the rod's going to have, and I don't want to tear my grommet. So I'm trying to kind of have it in a comfortable spot where it doesn't move too much up and down wise. But I can't really weld that until I get the carburetor in and get everything lined up, because if it needs to stay high, I can keep it high. If it needs to go low, I can like kind of take it to the bottom of the bar. However, this pedal here is 8.5. My brake pedal is 8.5 inches up off the floor. That one is about 8 3/4 right now, almost 9. About we'll call it 8 7/8. But I can bring that down some, and it still be comfortable. So I didn't have to, but I ordered it when I'm gonna need the fucking thing anyway. So I ordered a water pump from Aeromotive. Like it was $580, $580 with a ORB fitting, which is, it's like the reason I went with this pump is because most of the pumps have a small 1-inch, I believe it's a 1-inch hole. Like the pumps don't have a very big inlet, okay? And I don't like that shit. I got a 20-inch lower, or 20 AN lower hose, which I believe is 1.5 inches. My lower hose on radiator is 20. My top hose is 16. Alright, I just want to make sure that pump's got all the water that it needs, and the feed, you know what I mean? Most women, like the women say, bigger's better. No, I'm joking. But anyway, so I needed to have a pump that had a 20 AN inlet. Okay, and that's what Aeromotive's got. It's got 20 AN inlet. You use the ORB O-ring to go to the pump, and it comes out to a 20 AN flare, male flare. Be able to run my hose onto the deal there. Gonna look real nice. All AN'd up shit, you know what I mean? Then, so I ordered a pump. That way that I can, I'll show you this here. Got like no room, okay? No room. This shit's in the way of the front of the motor. This is supposed to be past all this shit. You know what I'm saying? The motor sits back. And the reason the motor sits back, okay, is because to bring the motor up here into all this, up to me, I start running into clearance in between these frame rails because they're not as wide as a normal car, okay? So the motor needed to sit back, which didn't hurt. The car used to work this way, but if we were to bring the motor, we'd have to bring the motor up to bring it forward, and the crank center line would be like crazy high. So we wanted to keep that crank center line low as we could and as high as we could. Okay, the perfect. Okay, we're gonna call it the perfect spot. That way that the pan had some clearance, and we weren't going too far out of the spectrum of center of gravity of the engine. Okay, so the engine placement is a big deal, and the further back it could be worse. I don't know, we'll see. You know what I mean? At worst, we got some serious problems if that don't work. So anyway, the pump mounts, like for the lower mount, it mounts here for the lower and the mid. Well, the mid is going to hit, and the lower, I don't want that fucker hanging down that low. So I'm going to have to go with the water pump mount. Okay, and I believe that there's got to be a water pump there for the mount to go on to. So I went ahead, got the water pump, get all that ordered. Oh, sorry, that hurt my ears too. But need to get that on, just kind of sitting on there so that I can see where the hell this pump is going to land and go, and blah 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 blah. Thinking about just ordering the pump and then kind of seeing how the pump lays in here, and then maybe getting the mounts. I don't know, because I think the mandrel's different I think the mandrel's the same for the mid and lower, but I got a feeling the mandrel's different for the water pump mount. So yep. But anyway, long story short, that's coming. Throttle linkage is coming, so that I can bend that. It's going to take a little bending. I'm thinking it's going to have to bend over a little bit and kind of come down a little. I don't know yet. But anyway, so that's what's up. Just trying to get this figured out. Oh, in the middle of all that, I got to somewhere from the fuel line in the back to the front. I got to figure out how I'm going to do a shutoff valve, emergency shutoff valve along the frame rail, and then it's got a cable return that comes into the car similar to like the parachute that'll kill my fuel in the event of a, I don't know, car won't shut off, whatever, the emergency. So that's the lickety. Okay, that's what I got to do. Got to get that stuff done. Got to get the mount for the shutoff welded to the car somewhere with a bulkhead. Got to get the mount to the end of the cable, like the pull end, whatever, lever or pull knob, however I'm doing it. I got to get that mounted. Throttle linkage and the fuel line so that they can pass through. And once all that's done, I can frickin' weld the floors in and paint the car. But I don't want to weld the floors in yet because, as I'm saying, this car, it's so hot in here. The damn garage is just resting this car up. So we've got the body primered. And when I say primered, I mean this fucker's got 8 coats, thick lacquer on there. So I'm thinking the body's fine. But need to get the car painted so this fucker quits rusting up. Summer's just hitting us basically, so anyway, yeah, get the floors welded in and we can get this fucker painted. Move on. I am going in that panel there, this one here, this is where the transmission tunnel is going to Zeus. So I'm going to go ahead and burn them Zeus holes in, get them in there, that way that I'm not doing that to painted metal. Probably do that a day or something after work this week. I don't know. I'm kind of running out of stuff to do until I get that carburetor in, because I got to talk to that Broswell, but I'm gonna find out if he wants me to run like a 1-inch spacer on that carburetor, because that'll raise it up a little bit. I need it to, kind of. I'd like for that carburetor to be a little higher. It'd help the linkage out. But darn it. Hang on a second. I remember. So I'm gonna find out from Broswell if he wants me to run that spacer, and if so, I've seen some nice spacers. I've only seen this one time, but and I didn't even see it personally. I just saw it on video. A guy had a severe backfire, and it tulipped his butterflies in his carburetor. Basically, fucked the carburetor up. My carburetor ain't cheap, so is what I'm probably gonna do. Is they make a spacer kit that has burst panels in it, and if that backfire is happening, it blow a burst panel out before it would hopefully destroy my carburetor. So and I'm assuming I'm probably going to have a few backfires because, you know, this is my first time. So anyway, especially with alcohol, God knows, I don't know, this is probably dangerous. I'm gonna have a fire extinguisher very close. Okay, so other than that, gotta wait for all that stuff to come, see what's up, talk to Broswell. He's building the carb, so like 2 weeks, I'm thinking, at the most. Should be. He said 4 weeks to my door, so pray to God. Anyway, that's about what I got, guys. That's what I got. Ain't nothing exciting yet. I cannot wait to have this car in paint. Not worried about the body yet. I'm being in and out of the car, yada yada yada. I've got some protectant that I'm gonna get. I've been looking at protectant to buy to put all over the car after I'm done painting it, like the internet, you know, the bars coming in and out of the car. just to protect everything, and we can start putting this fucker together, man. I mean, this car is, I know it doesn't look close. It's close. It's really close. I mean, every time I say that, though, it's another 2 months. But as long as I can get this car by the spring of next year, okay, if I can get this car a complete roller, painted, brakes, fucking everything, okay, transmission, drive shaft, if I can get all that together by spring of next year, which I don't believe money will be an issue, I think just getting it done. But like I say, once I get laid off in the winter, it's go time. I'm out here 12 hours a day, you know what I mean? So you gotta understand, I'm working an hour or two after work because my garage is legit 90 degrees when I walk into it. So I open the door up, blow it out, let it cool down, let the, come out here at 6 or 7 o'clock at night, do a couple hours messing around. And then weekends, I usually get a full day, Sunday, because Saturday is my big money maker day. So I can't get a bunch of hours in on it right now. So anyway, one reason I kind of like Dennis helping me out, doing like him beating, rolling the floors for me. It saved me time. I don't have time to do it. So it's like, let him burn up as much of this fucker as I can get. I need to take him something, keep him making some money out of me, Anyway, so other than that, guys, what I got, man, there ain't much happening. Just kind of waiting for this carburetor. Once it comes, man, we can choo-choo fly. Oh, I do got to get some of this. I did find out that this is the size tubing that I need, so I'm going to go and get a 4-foot section of it and get that welded together and cleaned up, ready to go on the car. Probably just weld it on the car. Kind of already know where that needs to go and whatnot. I just want to make sure, like, once I get this fuel line, because there's a possibility that 5/8 may be the inner diameter. I've got a feeling that it's the inner diameter. Everything's ID on that hard line, not OD. So just want to make sure that it fits through there comfortably. Maybe even put some shrink wrap on it, make sure that fits through there comfortably. That way that before I weld to the car, that's just, good idea. So it's easy to weld it on there. It ain't shit to melt metal, but goddamn it is some bitch to get it off. That's all I got. Guys. 17 minutes of me jabbering. Sorry. We're gonna get to some action before too long. And once this fucker's built, we're going racing, guys. So this has been a dream of mine since I was 10 years old. My dad took me to Havana Raceway and doing burnouts in the sand with my feet, man. I mean, just fuck. One of these days, man. I pray one of these days. You don't understand how important this is to me. It's like, if I can just do this once before I close my eyes for the last time, I'd be happy. So, love your neighbor, guys. All right, we'll see you next week.